Hi, I'm Dave Dinkle, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the largest RIA in Florida. And why do I say that? People have been asking us, because they come to our meetings and they see 200, 300 people, aren't you guys the largest? I've gone to other meetings and they're smaller. Well, it's a question of how do you measure large? Do you measure it by the average attendance in every meeting? Great. I don't know. I don't check what the other clubs do as average attendance. But what about the number of memberships in the club? That's a pretty good indication, but still that's going to be much smaller than your average attendance. So let's go forward and say, who has the largest club in Florida? It's going to be Central Florida RIA. They have been a club that's been around for a long time. It's a nonprofit organization. Each month they have 20 educational seminars meeting in the Orlando area. So they are by far and away the largest club in Florida. So they are by far and large the largest club in Florida. Not only that, they've received the Award of Excellence from the National RIA Program for 3 different years, which is extraordinary. That means they're really running their club correctly. And by the way, let's talk about the real estate investment clubs. When a student comes into our program, one of the things that we do, especially if he's out of state, is we say, look, you got to look at the local RIAs. And what's the benefit? Well, card swapping is pretty obvious. The latest new shiny bullet, when new guys come in to talk about their programs and stuff, listen, but be careful. But more importantly, and the most important thing that goes on with a club, is their vendor list. Those are the guys that are actively dealing with real estate investors on a daily basis. Whether they be closing agents, contractors, whatever, those are the guys you want to go see. You don't have to vet them if you have to find them yourself. So if there's a closing agent on there and you want to vet him and say, do you do double closings? How do I use my end buyer's funds to close the A to C leg instead of A to B and B to C? They will tell you either that they don't do it or this is how they do it. Some are more sophisticated. I have a land trust that I want to transfer the beneficial interest. Do you do that? Yes or no. There's typically not, well, I can look into it. You need to find the guys that are doing it. So there's a huge benefit to being in a local club. One of my students is in Georgia. He's in Atlanta. And I said to him, send me the monthly list of the club meetings. And I was flabbergasted, frankly. There was like 30 meetings that there's 2 main opposing clubs, I'm going to say. And by the end of the month, if you went to every meeting, you could have gone to probably 30 meetings. So what I did is I went through and I said to him, look, these are not things you want. And I got it down to about 6 or 8 meetings that he needed to attend, because that's what he needed to hear about, not the other stuff. If you're going to be doing wholesaling, don't go to landlording meetings. You know, you can go to get cards to sell the landlords wholesale deals, but don't go to every meeting and spend your time. Your time is more valuable than that. RIAs, local clubs, and real estate investment clubs have huge benefit, but you have to know where the benefit lies and learn to meet the vendors and become familiar with them and see what they can offer you. Again, what's the largest club in Florida? Great job, Orlando, Central Florida RIA, and keep up the good work.